The following is a presentation of KBEK Sports, local sports.
Past the 25, to the 20, to the 15, he's gonna high step into the end zone, touchdown!
Here, wide receivers split each side.
He's still going into the end zone.
East Central Minnesota, the action starts now. To bring you the call, here's Ethan Game Day Gilman.
Here, wide receivers split each side.
He's still going into the end zone.
East Central Minnesota.
And good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Braham High School, where we are getting set for today's Great River Conference matchup here between the Braham Bombers and the Rush City Tigers. Of course, I'm Ethan Game Day Gilman out here at Braham High School. Excited for this Great River Conference matchup. We got two of the best pitchers in the conference going at it today. One is Alex Rysdam, who last Friday got her 500th career strikeout, added even more onto that as the game went along. So I think she's sitting at about 505, 506 right now for her career. Then you've got on the other side junior Kendall Pillar, who has also done a phenomenal job in her time pitching. I mean, last year you could barely get a hit off her. This year, much of the same. And same with Alex Rysdam, so there is a lot on the line here today. Of course, it's a conference matchup between these two teams, and anytime you get a conference matchup, it's always a fun one, but there's a lot on the line. As I mentioned, Rush City not having quite the season I think they would have liked to have seen. They play out of Section 7 AA, and their playoffs start next week, of course, as does Brahms, but for Rush City, they are still fourth in their section, but they're at 11-5 right now, 7-2 in section play, and they score about just over 9 runs per game. They can give up just 4 runs per game. But you look at this section, and last year, they had Proctor towards the top. They had, Esco. I'm trying to remember the other. I think it was International Falls was up towards the top as well. And this year, not the same. Rush City is really the only team that is really back from last year. Esco, I guess, a little bit, but then you've got Greenway, Nashwauk, Keewatin, and Aiken as the top two teams in the section. Now, Greenway is 16-1. They score 10 runs per game, give up just about 4, but they are the 5th best team in Class 2A softball. They're 6-0 in section play, so for anyone, the section playoffs go through Greenway. Maybe not through their school, their home field, but the team. Everything goes through Greenway to get to the section championship game and to state. Then Aiken. Aiken is a very beatable team. Although they are talented, they are a beatable team. We've seen the last couple weeks that the teams have beat them. I think actually Rush just beat them yesterday. I think it was 11-5. So there is some teams that Rush City has beat, but there's some teams that they've lost to. We'll take a look at their schedule so far. 11-5, as I mentioned. They did lose 2 games to start the season to Aiken and Moose Lake River. Now, both of those teams are towards the top of their section, respectively, but they lost those. They only lost by 1 to Aiken, but they lost by 15 to Moose Lake River, which is just crazy. Think of this team last year lost very seldomly, but when they did, 1 or 2 runs, maybe? So to see a game where they lost by 15 runs is just crazy. They would lose to Braham in Rush City back at the end of April, 9-3. Then they lost to Rock Ridge, one of the top teams, actually the top team in Class 7 3A, 10-0, and they lost to Esco 5-2 just last Thursday. So there have been some losses in there against some section teams, conference teams that they're looking to kind of erase the later parts of this season. Of course, they finish up the season here this week, 5 games this week, believe it or not. Aiken, Braham today, Ogilvie tomorrow, Mora tomorrow as well, and then Proctor on Friday. Now, Ogilvie and Mora are still pretty good teams, as is Proctor, so we'll have to look out for them as we take a look at the conference standings. Rush City is 10-2 in the conference, but Braham is on top at 11-1, so this really could change the look of things. This could tie both these teams at the top of the conference at 11-2 if Rush were to win. But if Braham were to win, that would all but secure them a conference championship as we take a look at them. Again, 17-1, 12 runs per game they score. They only give up about 1.5. Their lone loss came to Aiken, 8-3, but they went on to really just be so good after that, and now we're getting set for first pitch. So no wasting time here as we get set for first pitch between the Tigers and the Bombers. In the circle pitching is, of course, Alex Rysdam. Catching is Morgan Rysdam. At first is Jenna Beck. At second, it is Ava Kunke. And at third, it is Lauren Lennes. And at short, it's Izzy Schockman. Then in left field, Addie White. In center, Liv Keeves. And then in right is Corey Olson. And the umpire has to come get his helmet.
You guys don't have to look at me, okay?
He actually forgot his helmet, so he has to come back and get it. But leading off for the Tigers is going to be Natalie Rude wearing that number 18 jersey. Tigers are in their all black. That's less than ideal for today, but all black today as Natalie Rude fouls that one off. So again, the Tigers in their all black, the black jerseys, pants and socks, the blue letters and numbers outlined in that Rush City yellow, the 3 stripes on the sock, the 2 yellow outlined in blue. 1-1 now, the count for Rude as she watched the last one in the dirt for ball 1. This one is in there, however, for strike 2. So now a 1-2 count. And again, the thing with Alex Rysdam, she wastes no time in between pitches. She is, it is step, step, go. This one swung on to the third baseman. The throw on to first is in time for out number 1. And that's the thing with Rysdam. She will induce a lot of ground balls. There are not too many that are hit long in the air. Now up to the plate is number 2, Kendall Pillar. She'll step to the plate. She was really a big key to their offense in the postseason last year. She was a big part of their postseason run to the section championship where they unfortunately lost to Proctor. Proctor, we can't say they won't be back there, but looking at their record, not one of the favorites. As this 0-1 is swung on and hit out towards center, and just as I say, she doesn't give up a lot of fly balls. This one is a fly ball. About 5 feet in front of the fence. It is caught for out number 2. So 2 down now for the Tigers, and coming to the plate is number 3, Kenzie Simmons. Tigers trying not to go 1-2-3 to begin the game because, as everybody knows, the Bombers score early and they score often. Trying to bunt her way on. She's got some speed, and this one will wind up popping up but into the fence foul. So trying to use her speed to be the first base runner, and that time, no go. Here's the next pitch showing the Tigers. No hits, no runs, and no errors for Braham. And we move to the bottom of the first. Quick 1-2-3 inning, and again, less than ideal if you're Rush City because with how much the Bombers score and just how often they score, it's hard to get anything going. And another thing, too, is just how aggressive they are early on, I think, has been one of the big keys here this year for the Bombers, and just getting out to these early leads and then being able to protect. Obviously, that one loss to Aiken, they would love to avenge that loss. Won't get the opportunity to, but would love to. But, again, this is one of their final 2 games. They're playing at Hinckley Finlayson tomorrow as their final game of the regular season. Then they prepare for postseason play for next week, and they'll be the number 1 seed, no doubt. No matter what happens here today, they'll be the number 1 seed. So they've got a lot of pride on the line that they have today. As we get set for the Tigers, defensively for them, it'll be Kendall Pillar in the circle pitching. Catching, of course, will be Natalie Rude. Then at first, it's Kaylin Glenna. At second, it's Megan Nelson. And at third, it is Addison Antonsen. And at short, it is Lola Mold. Out in right, it is Kinley Zeltinger. In center, it is Peyton Addix. And in right, it is Kenzie Simmons. So that is the defense for the Tigers here today. Meanwhile, leading off for the Bombers is Morgan Rysdam. Bombers in their blue jerseys, the gold neck trim, the gold letters and numbers outlined in that black, the black pants, the blue socks. Pillar readies, and here's the pitch. That one is in there, swing and a miss by Morgan Rysdam. And again, last time these 2 teams met, it was in Rush City, and Braham got the victory 9-3. This next pitch from Pillar bounces to the catcher for ball one. 1-1 here for Rysdam. We've seen Rysdam on Friday hit her 6th home run of the season. 1-1. That actually, she kind of checked her swing and it actually hit the bat. So that is actually going to go foul. So unfortunately for Rysdam, checking her swing, but the ball wound up hitting her bat. So now it's a 1-2 count. Pillar looks, sees what the pitch call is, and here's the windup and that pitch. Swung on and fouled by Rysdam. Again, two of the best pitchers in the the two best pitchers in the conference going at it, Pillar and Alex Rysdam. Rysdam is a senior, Pillar is the junior. And Pillar with the pitch. And she gets that one by her for a strike 3 and out. Pillar gets the pitch call. And the delivery. Swing and a miss for Lenez. 1-1 count. Pillar pretty similar to Rysdam, and she really doesn't waste time in between pitches. Swing and a miss there by Lenez. And again, both these pitchers are going to be throwing some heat today. Obviously, the Tigers looking for some revenge in this game. Get a win on the road, but Braham looking to protect home field. Here's the 1-2 from Pillar. Swing and a miss. And that is out number 2 via the strikeout. So 2 down, and now to the plate is Corey Olson, and Braham trying to avoid going 1-2-3 here in their home half of the inning. Pillar with the pitch. Just inside for ball 1. Good looking pitch from Pillar, but just inside. And you give that one later in the game, you're probably going to get induce a swing and maybe even a swing and miss. So that'll be one that she goes back to. 1-0 is the count, and the pitch on the way. That's in there for strike 1. Bottom of the first, 1-1 count for Corey Olson. And the pitch. Got a piece of that one, fouled it back into the fence. And that'll move the count to 1-2 for Corey Olson. Again, we're in for a really good game here between these two teams. Top 2 in the conference standings. In fact, if Rush City wins, they'll tie with Braham as the top team in the conference. And that one is in there for strike 3, so Corey Olson will go down looking. And the Bombers go 1-2-3, as do the Tigers. So each team a 1-2-3 first. We're now headed to the second, and it should be a fantastic pitcher's duel between these two. We're going to take a quick commercial break. Be back after word from our fine sponsors here on KBK and WCMP.
Are you interested in a technical degree that can quickly help you land your dream career? Or maybe you've always dreamed of going to a 4-year college, but you'd like to start close to home. Either way, Pine Technical and Community College has you covered. PTCC offers more than 50 degrees in hot fields like healthcare, information technology, advanced manufacturing, and business. PTCC is now accepting applications. Financial aid may be available. Go online to pine.edu for more information. Pine Technical and Community College, connect with success.
Back here on the simulcast of softball on both KBK 95.5 and WCMP Anthem Country 106.5 FM AM 1350. So leading off for the Tigers here in the top of the second is going to be the number 4 batter, Lola Mold. The shortstop wearing number 22. She gives this one a ride. It is popped up right to the catcher. And Morgan Rysdam catches it. She actually collides with her sister, Alex. And Alex tries to hold her up, but it is a catch and an out for Morgan Rysdam. That one was high, and it hung forever. But Morgan Rysdam comes down with it. We'll give an assist to Alex on that one. Now to the plate, Kaylin Glenna And this one's another one that's popped up towards foul territory, but it is caught there by the first baseman, Jenna Beck. So 2 quick outs, 2 pitches, 2 outs for the Bombers, and that's all you can ask for, really. And now to the plate is Riley Zeltinger. He watches that one in there for strike 1. Well, it won't be a 1-2-3 inning on 3 pitches for Alex Rysdam, but here's the 0-1 to Zeltinger. That one's low inside for ball 1. Again, they don't have a lot of time to talk when Alex is pitching. She is just so quick, and we talked to her on Friday about that, and she talked, it kind of gets in the head of the batter a little bit, and that's what I kind of thought, it gets in their head a little bit. She says, she doesn't think it's a quick pitch, but it kind of is. This one is swung on, and that one's going to go foul and out of play by Riley Zeltinger, and it will be a 1-2 count once again. Braham trying to get the Tigers to go 1-2-3 again. Here's the pitch. And took some off that one, but it's inside for ball 2. That'll even up the count. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Top of the second. Here's the pitch. That's high for ball 3. Full count now for Riley Zeltinger in what looked like it was going to be a quick inning. Zeltinger trying to keep the Tigers inning alive. And here's the pitch from Rysdam, though. And she gets her to swing through that one for strike 3 and out number 3. Well, there you go. No hits, no runs. No errors for either side. Well, I guess that time for the Bombers. So now it'll be the Tigers' turn defensively, and we'll see if Braham possibly can get on the board first. So we're in a pitcher's duel here. We'll take a quick commercial break and be back after a word from our sponsors.
Loading the kids in the car, brokering peace in the back seat, mastering the snack handoff without even looking. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with auto owners, insurance doesn't have to be one of them. We work with independent agents who keep insurance simple, so you can worry about more important things, like figuring out what's growing in that cup holder. That's simple human sense.
Contact your local auto owner's agency, Pine Insurance Agency, at pineagency.us today.
And we're back for the bottom of the second inning. So Jenna Beck will lead off now for the Bombers here in the bottom of the second. Kendall Pillar with the pitch. Does not get her to offer, but it's in there for strike 1 anyways. Ken Pillar wearing the wristband as she gets the pitch call from the coaches in the dugout. Here's the 0-1 pitch. That one's outside for ball 1. Pillar was, again, a really good piece to this team last year, but as was the catcher, Natalie Rude, providing offense in their playoff run to the section championship. It was a fun run to be a part of. I was able to call most of their playoff games, including Braham, and man, it was such a treat to be able to call those games. I was so blessed. 1-2 on the way. Beck offers, fouls it off into the fence behind home plate. And we'll do it again for Jenna Beck at a 1-2 count. Jenna Beck has a lot of power behind that swing, so Pillar definitely trying to be aware of that, but you don't want to just pitch around her per se. Here's the 1-2. That's in low for ball 2. Umpire will clean off home plate, give himself a better look. It's a 2-2 count now for Jenna Beck as the leadoff batter. Here's the pitch from Pillar. That one swung on, and it will reach foul off the first base line. Trying to remember everything I seen from these two teams last year. And, Pillar, both of them did, but Pillar did a really good job of working with players on base and making sure she didn't allow, the jam to get her out of sorts. And that one, it is inside, but it is called strike 3, so Beck will go down looking as out number 1. Now a pitcher versus pitcher duel here, as it will be Alex Rysdam at the plate. Pillar with the pitch. That one's in there for strike one. Now, obviously, you know, when you've got the two best pitchers in the conference going at it, they each want to, I don't want to say show each other up, but they definitely each want to show why they are the best pitcher in the conference. The 0-1 is in there, but it's outside, ball one. Pillar waiting the pitch call, and here's the 1-1. Swung through it, did Rysdam, and that will make the count 1 ball, 2 strikes for her. One thing with both of these pitchers, as you'll see, is they don't throw a ton that doesn't get to the plate, as that one is swung on and missed for out number 2. But what I mean by that is both these pitchers don't do a lot of, you know, waste a lot of pitches. They throw it in there, and if you're going to swing, they're going to make you swing hard, and more times than not, it is missed. Meanwhile, now Izzy Schockman is at the plate for the Bombers. She swings and misses on that one, and you know, one thing I've noticed for Pillar is, you know, she has got that heater working for her. Last year, that was something that, you know, she had that was, you know, working for her, but it wasn't, I think, as controlled as she would have liked it to have been. Meanwhile, we're seeing the control this year be a lot better, and I think one of the things is, as growing as a pitcher, is taking control of your pitches. Mainly just the accuracy is what control means. Meanwhile, the 0-2 here. That one swung on, popped up right to the third baseman, and it is caught for out number 3. So 1, 2, 3 innings in the first and second for each team. And we're going into the third with neither team getting a hit so far. Well, we'll have to wait and see if the third is the inning where each team breaks through, so to speak, but we'll get a 30-second break.
The mushroom melt is back at A&W. How does this sound? Sautéed seasoned mushrooms and onions with melted Swiss cheese on your choice of a juicy burger or grilled chicken. Then add golden french fries and a medium soft drink. It's the mushroom melt and fries combo at A&W. Now, top it off with a classic A&W root beer float featuring vanilla soft serve and made fresh root beer, all in a frosty mug. Or how about the A&W root beer freeze? Signature combos and delicious treats always at your local A&W restaurant in Pine City.
Back here on 95.5 KBK and Anthem Country WCMP. Leading it off is the lefty for the Tigers, Addison Antonsen, wearing that number 21. Meanwhile, pitch is in there for strike one. And again, Alex Rysdam is so quick in between pitches. I think we counted it Friday. It was about an average of about 5 seconds. Meanwhile, this is in there. No offer from Antonsen, but it's an 0-2 count, and Rysdam with the pitch again. That one's low for ball one. That's about 5 seconds in between. And that is going to be the first hit of the game, and the Tigers will get it. It is a single for Addison Antonsen, and there's our first hit. So the Tigers will get a runner on first. First base runner of the game, and now Megan Nelson to the plate. Swung through that one for strike one. Oh, one on the way. Bat seems to be, I don't know if she's maybe just questioning her swing or that's just kind of her form, but very, very late on these pitches. Here's the 0-2. Oh, that is in there for strike three looking. And unfortunately, Nelson is out number one for the Tigers. Now to the plate is Peyton Addix. I remember her name from volleyball. She's going to bunt, and she will not reach first, but it will advance the runner to second. That was a beautiful bunt, by the way. I mean, a very good-looking bunt. I mean, it won't matter in the grand scheme of things unless they are able to get Antonsen to score. But we're back to the top of the order now with the Natalie Root. Again, She's hit some home runs in her career. Last year as a freshman, she did so. She watches that one go by for strike one. So 2 down, runner at second now for the Tigers. Still no score between these two teams. Here's the 0-1 from Rysdam. Rude gives that one a ride. That's out towards straightaway center, but it is caught out there in center by Liv. And that had extra bases written all over it, but a great reaction there by Liv to get it for out number 3. Well, that bunt to advance the runner almost becomes a factor, but not quite there. So 1 hit, no runs though, and no errors here for Braham. That'll move us to the bottom of the 3rd. Looks like the Tigers have gotten a little bit of something going here at the plate, and now the Braham Bombers will look to do so and do the same here in the bottom of the 3rd. Who will be the first to crack the scoreboard, though? I think that will be key in telling us who is probably going to win this game, but we'll wait and see. Again, we'll get a commercial break here back on KBK and WCMP.
Embrace Orthodontics offers a unique specialized approach to orthodontic treatment with custom braces or Invisalign. The team at Embrace loves getting to know their patients personally and takes the time to make sure all your questions are answered. Their board-certified orthodontists use only the latest in modern technology to give you the best outcome possible. They work with your insurance company and offer flexible financing options to fit your budget. Call today to set up your free exam and see how Embrace Orthodontics can transform your smile. More online at embracemn.com. That's embracemn.com.
Back here on KBK, WCMP, as we get set for the bottom of the 3rd inning. We had her first hit of the game last inning with Addison Antonsen reaching. That bunt allowed her to get to second, but that was it. Although Rude's fly ball to center field almost was enough, but great play and a great jump by Liv. Leading it off in the bottom is Ayla Anderson for the Bombers. Pillar with the pitch, swinging through that one for strike 1. Pillar readies. Here's the 0-1. That one swung on towards second, and a soft throw to first is in time for out number 1. So 1 down now for the Bombers, and now to the plate is Liv. Pillar. Well, she was into her stance, but I think they changed the pitch call now. So she'll get back into it, and here's the first pitch to Liv, and that one is going to just be popped up on the bunt attempt. Back foul. Out of play, so 0-1 count. Pillar gets the pitch call, and she got a piece of it. Fouls it into the backstop for strike 1. 1-1 now for Addie White. 2 down in the bottom of the 3rd, no score. And you just think if you're the Bombers, you get a runner on for Morgan Rysdam. She's been clutch before. You know she can do it again. 1-1 on the way. In there on the outside part of the zone for strike 2. 1-2 count now for Addie White. 6 strikeouts already for Pillar. She's looking for her 7th here. A 1-2 count for White. Pillar readies. And here is the pitch. Just outside. And that will even up the count. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Not an easy one to lay off of if you're Addie White. She got a strikeout there before, but she does, and it evens up the count. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 down here in the bottom of the 3rd. Pillar with the pitch. Fouls that one off, does White, and she'll keep herself a 2-2 count. Pillar looking for the pitch call. Gets it. And the delivery. This one is swung right down third base, and it's going to get under the glove of the third baseman. White rounds first, but that's all she's going to get. So a single keeps this inning alive, and now that makes a little bit of an issue for the Tigers because here comes Morgan Rysdam to the plate. And we've seen her do this before. Runner on, 2 down. Last time that happened, she had a home run. So they will get their first hit of the afternoon, will the Bombers. And it's Morgan Rysdam at the plate. But she swings and misses on that one and shakes her head afterwards as if to say, I shouldn't have even done that. Oh, 1 now for Morgan Rysdam. Pillar readies. Here's the pitch. Out in front of that one is Rysdam, and now it's an 0-2 count for Morgan Rysdam. And all of a sudden, Pillar, after allowing that one hit, has come back with a little bit of a vengeance here to try and get the third out. And that one is swung up in the zone, and Rysdam will not be pleased with herself on that one. But the Bombers do get their hit. No runs still for either side and no errors, and we move to the top of the 4th inning. 2-3-4 batters due up for the Bombers. We'll be back after word from our fine sponsors.
Need a prescription or medication advice? Wellia Health's community pharmacies in Mora and Pine City are open Monday through Friday from 8:30 a.m. to 6 p.m. and on Saturday 1:30 p.m. Our friendly pharmacists are here to answer your questions and to help with prescription transfers. Call us at Pine City 320-322-5141 or Mora 320-679-3999 or visit welliahealth.org.
Alex Rysdam doesn't need long to warm up, and she is ready to go. And so are we for the top of the 4th inning here in Braham, this Great River Conference game. Brought to you by all of our fine sponsors. We want to thank all our sponsors for sponsoring spring, winter, summer, fall sports, everything. We appreciate them for all the work that they do for us, and we couldn't do it without them. First pitch is swung on. That is hit deep by Pillar, but it is right to the center fielder and caught for out number 1. So again, the Tigers are making contact, but they're just lifting them into the air. And they're hanging a little bit too long to be any sort of extra bases in the outfield. Now to the plate is Kenzie Simmons, and I don't need to tell you that, she was part of that 1-2-3 inning back in the 1st and 2nd. But she shows bunt, misses on it, and it's strike 1. Rysdam with the pitch, showing bunt again. That is going to be ball 1, though, as it misses the zone. I like that pitch from Rysdam because you've seen that, hey, Simmons is showing bunt. I'm going to give her something outside, see if she keeps that bunt attempt on, but she pulls back smartly. 1-1 is, again, fouled on the bunt attempt into the backstop, and now it's a 1-2 count, and Simmons won't be able to try that bunt attempt because if it goes foul, it is an out. 1-2, low. And that will even up the count, 2 balls, 2 strikes for Kenzie Simmons. Rysdam with the 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss by Simmons, and she is out number 2. Well, these pitchers out here today are just on top of their game. It's so much fun to watch. Now to the plate is Lola Mold. 0 for 1 today, fly out in the 2nd. Low one inside for ball 1. That one swung on and hit foul off the third base line. Now it's a 1-1 count for Mold. Alex Rysdam gets that ball back to her, and she's ready to go with the 1-1. That one's in there just above the knees for strike 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes now for Lola Mold, and Rysdam trying to make it another 1-2-3 inning. But Mold says not so fast as she crushes that one, but foul out of the third base left field line. I mean, she gave that one a ride, and if she straightens that one out, that's definitely extra bases. Here's the 1-2, though, from Rysdam, and that's high. So it's an even 2-2 count with 2 down here in the top of the 4th for the Tigers. Here's the pitch from Rysdam. And closing her glove on it for out number 3 is the center fielder. No hits, no runs, no errors by the Tigers, and Bombers get that no error. Another great catch out there by Liv. So she's been busy out there this afternoon, but has made everything that has come her way. We'll move to the bottom of the 4th. Bombers trying to be the first to get on the board. We'll have to, again, wait and see. And first, a word from our fine sponsors.
A Lennox air source heat pump is a high-efficiency air conditioning unit that can also heat your home or business during the spring and fall. It's more economical than heating with propane. Have Dale's Heating and Appliance install your Lennox air source heat pump. Ask Dale's how you can receive up to $1,000 in rebates for your air source heat pump system. And ductless mini splits also qualify for up to $1,000. Visit dalesheatingandappliance.com. Conditions apply. See dealer for details.
And while we have a chance, I want to remind you the Long Spurs of Sunrise River are throwing an awesome youth event in Harris June 14th. They'll have axe throwing, clay pigeon shooting, tons of hunting and fishing exhibits, demo from the fire department, 2,000 ears of sweet corn, and a ton of other cool stuff for kids 7 to 17. It is free if you visit them on Facebook. Swing and a miss by Lenez for strike 2. Pillar readies. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Oh, high, and Lenez kind of gasps at herself as if to say, I cannot believe I swung on that. That'll be out number 1. So one that, again, probably just made that decision beforehand because that was well up in the, well, not, it was up out of the zone and still unfortunately swung on it. Now at the plate, Corey Olson, and she will have the second hit of the day. First pitch swinging, but it works out, and the Bombers will have a base runner with only 1 out. If I remember correctly, well, that's not the first time. We did get a runner on with nobody out for the Tigers, but now a runner on with 1 out for the Bombers. And at the plate now is Jenna Beck. And she's come up clutch plenty of times in her career as well, and the Bombers are hoping that she can do so again. Meanwhile, this one's low to Beck for ball 1. And again, for Pillar, you don't want to pitch around Beck by any means, but you got to be careful what you put over the plate for her. Here's the 1-0 for Beck, and Pillar fires that one in there for strike 1. It's a 1-1 count now. Rude throws down to first. A little bit of a risky throw because the runner was back in plenty of time, but at least you make her think about it. 1-1 on the way from Pillar. Swung on. This is a double play ball. Oh, not going to be a double play ball. The second baseman bobbles it a little bit, but she does throw it on to first for the second out. Meanwhile, it is Olson into second now, and that's unfortunate for the Tigers because that was a double play ball, but they just could not grab it. So 2 down now, runner at second, and it's Alex Rysdam at the plate. She struck out swinging her last time up, and she swings and misses on the first. Pillar readies. Here's the 0-1. High for ball 1. Now, it's a 1-1 count, but they're keeping an eye on the runner at second. I think if you're the Tigers, you don't even worry about that runner right now with 2 down. You don't want to risk an error.
Join us June 14th for a day full of free outdoor experiences.
Oh, I was there last year, and I'm going again.
Join us for the free youth outdoor experience at the Gopher Rifle and Revolver Club in Harris, June 14th. Come for the axe throwing, exhibits, clay pigeon demos from the fire department, arts and crafts, 2,000 ears of sweet corn. There's really too much to mention. And kids that sign up before May 31st get a free t-shirt. Register now.
It's easy to sign up. There's a QR code on the Facebook page.
Get the QR code today. Visit Long Spurs of Sunrise River.
It was awesome.
And again, if you sign up for that, if you get your kid registered before May 31st, you get a free t-shirt. Well, they do, not you. It's just for the kids. Meanwhile, believe it or not, we're already into the 5th inning. It's just, this has gone by so quickly. It's, you know, for the fans, I'm sure it's nice because it's pretty hot out, but for these teams, I'm sure they're wondering, hey, we're already into the 5th. You know, we've only got a couple more innings left before we need to find out a way to get some runs. Leading it off for the Tigers is Kaylin Glenna, and she fouls the first pitch off towards her own dugout. Meanwhile, here's the 0-1 from Rysam. This one is going to be gone. It is actually going to just get over the fence, and that is how we get our first run of the game. So Kaylin Glenna, it didn't get over by much, but it did get over, and hey, a home run's a home run. Whether it scrapes the top of the fence or it's long gone, doesn't matter. But we get our first run of the game, and the Tigers strike first. And I kind of said it an inning or two ago that I think whoever strikes first may wind up winning this one. And so the Tigers do it in a big way with a 0-1 swing for Glenna. She swings it over the left center fence and makes a 1-0 lead. Now up to the plate is Riley Zeltinger. So first run is on the board. This one swung on softly to Alex Rysam. She makes the throw to first easily in time for out number one. Kaylin Glenna showing off that power in that last at bat to give the Tigers the 1-0 lead. Now it's Addison Antonsen. She was their first hit of the game for the Tigers back in the third. She eventually reached second but was unable to do much else. This one does get to Rysam. The throw on to first is just in time. So Alex Rysam makes both of the 2 outs on the ground balls. And now it's to Megan Nelson. Unfortunately for the Tigers, it's been 2 softly hit ground balls that have wound up being Alex Rysam outs. And again, Megan Nelson to the plate. So Rysam will look to try and get out number 3 so her team can get back to the plate and get something going offensively. Each batter has now swung on the first pitch. Hard not to when, again, you're throwing 90-95% strikes as a pitcher. This one's in the dirt, though, for ball 1 to Megan Nelson, 1-1 on the way from Rysam. This one is given a ride and foul out of play by Nelson. So it'll be a 1-2 count now, and we're looking for a ball. We need another ball in. And looks like they may have got that home run ball thrown in. So we'll get a ball back in eventually. And Rysam will get back to her circle. 1-2 for Nelson. 2 down. Nobody on. Here's the pitch from Rysam. It's in the dirt for ball 2. And something like that can throw it off for Rysam, who again wastes no time in between pitches. It's 5 seconds in between pitches. So here's the 2-2 from Rysam. And a swing and a miss. We'll get out number 3. But the Bombers do their damage. The one hit gets that 1 run on the home run. And no errors there by Braham. So now the Tigers have that 1-0 lead, and it's going to wind up coming down to the pitching here for both these teams. And Braham needs to answer here in the bottom of the 5th because we're getting down to these last couple innings, and it's going to start to get harder and harder for Braham to get these runs. 1-0 is our score, and it will be the 6, 7, 8 batters due up for the Bombers. And we will again take a quick commercial break.
Brad here from Lee's Pro Shop in Pine City. We're a full-service lettering shop with a full line of athletic supplies for any sport. We have professional staff here at Lee's Pro Shop to customize your orders. We are the pros who specialize in athletic apparel. We even do trophies and awards as well as computerized engraving in the store. Let Lee's Pro Shop help you with any athletic apparel. Lee's Pro Shop, servicing our communities since 1973, where the passion for sports begins.
And we're back here on Nice 95.5 KBK and Anthem Country 106.5 FM WCMP. Bombers trying to answer the home run hit by the Tigers, Kaylin Glenna. And it's Izzy Schockman to lead off for the Bombers here in the bottom of the 5th. Pillar with the first pitch to her. It's high for ball 1. Pillar awaits the pitch call, and now with the 1-0. This one is fouled out of play. And it moves to a 1-1 count now for Izzy Schockman. Here's the 1-1. Ooh. She definitely went on that check swing, and they will move the count to 1-2. She wanted to hold off, but yeah, that bat unfortunately just went around, and less than ideal there for Schockman. Now a 1-2 count. Pillar readies with the pitch, and the 1-2 on the way. Easy one to stay off of, as that one is in the dirt for ball 2. To even up the count, 2 balls, 2 strikes for Schockman. Pillar with the pitch. That one is swung on out towards right, and it is grabbed near that foul line for out number 1. Ayla Anderson now to the plate with 1 down. Ayla Anderson steps into the batter's box. And Pillar with the pitch. That's in there for strike 1. You know, Ayla Anderson, a very smart batter, a very patient batter too. I've noticed the last couple of seasons. So 0-1 won't bother her too much. Here's the pitch, though, from Pillar. She gets that one, right into the glove of Pillar, and she throws it on to first for an easy out number 2. I won't say easy because that had to be a quick glove movement. The only quicker glove I've seen is WCMP's own Joshua Miron out on the softball field, but that's for a different story. Now Liv Keys to the plate. 2 down, nobody on. And Pillar with the pitch. That one's popped up, and it's going to go out of play. So she'll make her way back to the batter's box. Pillar readies. Here's the 0-1. That's in there for strike 2. 0-2 now to Keys, and Bombers in danger of going 1-2-3. 0-2. Liv Keys. Pillar readies. Here's the 0-2. And a half-hearted swing for strike 3 and out number 3. No hits, no runs for the Bombers, no errors for the Tigers. And we move to the top of the 6th inning here in a pitcher's duel between the Tigers and the Bombers.
Resetting your password, unsubscribing from emails, printing anything. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with an auto owner's insurance independent agent, getting the right coverage for your business doesn't have to be one of them, so you can get back to more important things, like learning how that printer works. That's simple human sense.
Contact your local auto owner's agency, Pine Insurance Agency, at pineagency.us today.
Back on KBK and WCMP, top of the 6th inning. Bombers trail the Tigers in this Great River Conference game 1-0 from the home run from the Tigers, Kaylin Glenna. 9-1-2 batters due up for the Tigers in this half of the inning. Peyton Addix will lead it off. Addix wearing that number 9. Again, definitely remember her name from volleyball. She gives that one a ride out towards center, but Keys is there. That's going to be another out. She has been busy out in center, but again, she has not let the team down. She has grabbed everything that has come her way, making some big catches out there in center. Makes another one for out number 1, but again, Tigers go first pitch swinging here and get another out. Natalie Rude now to the plate. 0-for-2 thus far. And that one easy to lay off of, as that one just misses. 1-0 on the way from Rysdam. That stays high for ball 2. 2-0 from Rysdam. Rude, this one is into foul territory off the right field line, and it stays foul, and it'll get down. And that'll make it a 2-1 count for Rude. Rysdam with the pitch. Rude gets this one, but it's right to the shortstop, into her gut, but she may, oh, and that one's going to be off the mark. And an error there will allow Rude to reach first. Well, that one got into the gut of Izzy Schockman. She still made a nice throw, but it was just off the mark. And the Tigers will get a courtesy runner there for Rude. It will be Ashlyn Simmons. One down runner at first for Kendall Pillar. But if you're the Tigers, you worry about inducing a double play ball, which Rysdam has done often. As Rysdam gets that one in there, but Pillar gets a piece of it. Here's the 0-1. That's going to stay high for ball one to Pillar. 1-1 count. Pillar so far, again, 0 for 2. Here's the 1-1. Oh, and that one is going to stay fair and get over the third base line, and they're going to send Simmons. This is going to be a play at third. She's in there safely, and it'll be a double for Pillar. It wasn't the easiest of runs to third for Ashlyn Simmons, but she gets in there safely. And now runners at second and third for the Tigers for Kenzie Simmons with only one down. Showing bunt, and that's going to go back into the fence for strike one. Trying to possibly bunt home their runner from third, but dangerous because if you get that down to third, I mean, well, that one's popped up. That's going to be trouble, but nice job by Alex Rysdam to grab that short pop-up for out number 2. So 2 down runners at second and third for Lola Mold. Her along with Glenna have got power behind their swings, and Mold's trying to put one in play. That one inside for ball 1. On the way from Rysdam. This one swung on and popped up towards center, but Keys is there again. And another catch for her. I mean, maybe I shouldn't say because that'd be a jinx, but there's nothing she can't catch right now. So no one hit, no runs, and an error there for Braham. And we will move to the bottom of the 6th inning with the Tigers still leading on that Embrace Orthodontics scoreboard. 1-0. We'll be back after word from our fine sponsors.
Need reliable energy? Burnett Dairy Cooperative has you covered with top quality propane services. Whether you're heating your home, running your business, or firing up the grill, our propane is safe, efficient, and always dependable. Choose Burnett Dairy Cooperative Propane, your trusted partner for all things energy. Stay warm, stay powered, stay local.
Your journey to smile with your forever starts at Embrace Orthodontics. The team at Embrace is committed to providing world-class care and a remarkable orthodontic experience. Choose between custom Light Force braces or Invisalign clear aligners with locations in Pine City, Lindstrom, and Cambridge, and a plan to fit your budget, whether you have insurance or not. Embrace Orthodontics will make your smile journey comfortable, convenient, and customized just for you. Visit EmbraceMN.com today to find out how to set up your free exam. EmbraceMN.com. Embrace Orthodontics. A smile you will embrace forever.
The lefty Addie White to lead off for the Bombers in the bottom of the 6th. 9-1, 2 batters due up for Braham. This one is inside and misses the catcher's glove, and that'll be ball 1. So 1-0 now for Addie White. Pillar with the pitch. Tie for ball 2. Pillar waits the pitch call. Here's the 2-0. And White got a piece of it, fouls it off the third base line. It's actually going to reach towards left field after it bounces off the fence. Look at it thrown back in here to Pillar, and it's a 2-1 count for Addie White, the leadoff batter. Pillar with the pitch. Swinging and missing out is White. Two count now for the leadoff batter, White. Here's the pitch from Pillar. Swinging and a miss on that one, and she'll go down swinging for out number 1. Now to the plate is Morgan Rysdam, 0 for 2, trying to end that with a swing here. That one's in there for strike 1 to Rysdam. Recognize a lot of these names from the basketball team for both squads. Both had pretty good seasons. Of course, Rush City does a co-op with North Branch, as this one is fouled back and out of play by Rysdam. That'll move her count 0-2. Pillar readies with the 0-2, and here's the delivery. Swung on, and that's going to get by the infield. 2 players had a chance at it, and she's going to reach with a 1-out single. Well, that was a good hit there for Rysdam, but for Braham, almost had the stop there at short. Couldn't quite reach it, and now to the plate is Lauren Lennes. First pitch to Lennes, showing bunt, and that's going to go foul adjacent to the plate. So it's an 0-1 count for Lennes. And more times than not, when they show bunt, they'll do it again. Let's see if she can put this one in play. Here's the 0-1. Yep, showing bunt. And this one comes foul right at us. So that'll be 0-2, and she cannot bunt again because you risk the bunt going foul. That would be out number 2. So let's see what Lennes can do here with an 0-2 count. 1 down, runner at first here in the bottom of the 6th. Pillar with the 0-2. Ooh, one that was inside and looked a little bit low is called strike 3. So she'll go down on strikes looking for out number 2. So 2 down now for the Bombers. Corey Olson at the plate with a runner still at first. Here's the pitch. And they're going to, well, oh, it was close, but Rysdam is into second safely with a steal. I'm surprised that that Rude threw that one down. Just, again, you risk the error down there, and then she gets third, maybe more. You risk tying the game, but either way, it's an 0-1, and now 0-2 as Corey Olson swings that one well above the zone. And now it's 0-2, 2 down, runner at second for the for the Bombers, excuse me. Meanwhile, Pillar readies. Here's the 0-2. And getting a piece of that one to stay alive is Corey Olson, so she just did get a piece of it to keep herself alive. 2 down. Pillar again with the 0-2. This one popped up in third base foul territory, and she grabs it for out number 3. Well, we are getting down to the last few outs available for both teams, and the Tigers obviously looking to add on to their lead, while the Bombers just looking to tie this game and even take a lead. We'll be back for that 7th inning after word from our fine sponsors.
Dale's Heating and Appliance, your local heating and appliance expert, is committed to making your family's comfort their top priority. And now you can add water softeners to their list of expertise. Dale's now offers water softener sales or rentals along with installation, service, and salt delivery. So if your home needs quality water, make the call to your already trusted experts at Dale's, or just visit dalesheatingandappliance.com. dalesheatingandappliance.com.
And what could be the final inning of play here? The Tigers look to add on some insurance runs while the Bombers look for 3 quick outs and need 2 runs then in the bottom of the 7th if this score holds. Leading off the top of the 7th for the Tigers is Kaylin Glenna. Last time she led off in an inning, she had a home run to give the Tigers the 1-0 lead. She looked at that one. That's in there for strike 1. She didn't offer at it, but she's waiting for something a little bit better, maybe a little higher in the zone so she can line it out to the outfield again. Meanwhile, the 0-1, that one is swung on, and it does get past the shortstop. A diving attempt by the shortstop, Schockman, just goes by her glove, and the Tigers are on with a leadoff single. So now Riley Zeltinger to the plate. Now the third base coach here for Rush wants a word. Looks like we're going to get a courtesy runner there at first. That courtesy runner will be Briley Blatz. So hearing the ump, 4 will be in for 15, and it sounds like Glenna will be in, re-entering after the top of the 7th. So he'll get that all written down, and then be good to go again as he'll make his way back behind the plate. Riley Zeltinger, the designated player today for the Tigers. Zeltinger into the batter's box. Alex Rysdam with the pitch. Showing bunt, and that's going to go foul off the third base line. So no 1 count after the bunt attempt from Zeltinger. We'll see her probably do it again. All game long we've seen if they've attempted a bunt once, they'll do it again. Here's the 0-1, and again she will. That's right in front of the pitcher. Third baseman instead will grab it, and they'll get 1. They'll get the runner at first, but that will advance the runner to second. So out number 1, but the runner moves to second. It's Kaylin Glenna, but the courtesy runner for her, again, is Briley Blatz. So runner at second, 1 down now for the Tigers, and that will bring to the plate Addison Antonsen. She watches strike 1 go by. She got the Tigers their first hit back in the 3rd inning with a single, wound up getting to second as the lefty. Here's the 0-1 from Rysdam. Wanted to offer at it, but instead lays off, and now it's 0-2. That's probably the best pitch you're going to see in this at-bat for Antonsen, so now she's got to protect 0-2. That one's in the dirt, and she's able to lay off that one pretty easily. Here's the 1-2 from Rysdam. That's low and outside a little bit for a 2-2 count for Addison Antonsen. Rysdam readies. Here's the pitch. And Antonsen will foul this one down the third baseline. So she keeps herself alive, and that count holds at 2 balls and 2 strikes. So get that ball thrown back in. Rysdam readies. Here's the 2-2. That one going to be outside for ball 3. Full count now for Addison Antonsen. Tell you what, runners at first and second, a lot different. And this one going to bounce. It's going to leave the infield. Not only is it going to leave the infield, it's going to try. They're going to try and push the runner home for a score. She's in under the tag. It's an RBI single for Addison Antonsen. Now she does move to second with the throw home, but it will still count only as a RBI single. And the Tigers being aggressive with that one, extend their lead 2-0. So 2-0 Tigers extend their lead, and Now to plate Megan Nelson, 0 for 2 so far. Still only one down. Rysdam, this one going right to her, popped up and grabs it for out number 2 herself. So 2 down now, runner at second, and Peyton Addix to the plate. Swung on and missed by Addix. It's an 0-1 count. Anderson at second, 2 down. Here's the 0-1 from Rysdam. Swung through that one, did Addix, and it's another 0-2 count. And Tigers trying to keep themselves alive and continue to add on these insurance runs, but Rysdam trying to get out of the inning. Here's the 0-2. Ooh, just inside, says the ump, and it'll be a 1-2 count for Peyton Addix. Runner at second, 2 down. Here's the pitch from Rysdam. She got a piece of it to keep herself alive with a 1-2 count. Tigers trying to extend this inning with a base hit here. Here's the pitch from Rysdam. This one swung on. That's a little bit of a danger spot, but the second she holds on. For out number 3, not an easy play there for the second baseman, but she holds on. And it's 2 hits, 1 run for the Tigers. No errors by the Bombers, and we are to the last 3 outs for the Bombers. They need 2 to extend the game into extra innings. They need 3 to get the win. We'll be back for the bottom of the 7th after word from our fine sponsor.
Minnesota Twins baseball.
Twins 2, Blue Jays nothing, 9th inning. The 0-2 to Varsho. He struck him out! Twins win! Twins
Every
win!
hit, home run, or strikeout on the boat, on the lawnmower, or at work, all the action is right here.
This is Royce Lewis.
This is Ryan Jeffers. Hey, Twins fans, this is Rocco Baldelli. You can catch Twins baseball all season long right here.
The Twins!
On Cool Country 100.9 WCMP.
Some of the cooler things for our station is that we get Rocco Baldelli and Paul Allen, who is the voice of the Vikings, Rocco Baldelli, the manager for the Twins, to say our call letters. I don't know. I've always found that pretty darn cool. Of course, I'd rather enjoy Rocco Baldelli as a Twins manager. I also really enjoy Paul Allen as the voice of the Vikings. He's been that since the early 2000s, and I have no doubt definitely mirrored my broadcasting after him. Meanwhile, it's the bottom of the 7th. Jenna Beck will lead off for the Bombers, and, well, not too many better players to lead off an inning when you're trailing by 2 than Jenna Beck. And that one she'll hit foul off the third base line. So 0-1 for Beck. Now, if you're the Tigers, you just can't overthink anything, especially if you're Pillar. Had a good game so far. Just try not to overthink. This one is fouled into the backstop, and that will make an 0-2 count for Jenna Beck. Now, mind you, Beck has got a lot of power behind that swing. Can she put one into play? Is the question. Pillar ahead 0-2. And here's the pitch. That one right at the third baseman, and it's a line out for out number 1. Wow. First of all, what a hit. That carried a ton of speed, but what a grab, too, by the third baseman, and Addison Antonsen. So 1 down now. And at the plate is Alex Rysdam. She looks to bunt herself on, but that one is into the backstop for strike 1. And Alex Rysdam carries a ton of speed herself with her sister Morgan, but trying to bunt her way on to at least get a base runner. Here's the 0-1 from Pillar. And she misses on the bunt attempt. It'll be... No, they say she did not. Oh, I don't know if that's the right call. She definitely went. So it'll be a 1-1. Either way for Alex Rysdam. This one's in there, though, for what probably should have been strike 3, but it is strike 2. So 1-2 now for Alex Rysdam. Pillar. Readies, here is the pitch. And that one is just high above the letters for ball 2. Evens up the count for Alex Rysdam. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Pillar readies with the 2-2. And added just high again. I mean, that was just above those letters of the strike zone. It runs the count full, and if you're the Bombers getting a base runner on, that definitely is going to play a huge factor in the psyche of Pillar in the circle. Meanwhile, here's the full count pitch. Swing and a miss for Alex Rysdam for out number 2. And the Bombers are down to their final 3 strikes. Here comes Izzy Schockman, 0 for 2, but what a way to erase an 0 for 2 day and getting a big base hit and getting the tying run to the plate. She is not the tying run, but if she got a base hit, they would bring the tying run to the plate. Meanwhile, the first pitch to her is in there for strike 1, just above the knees. 0-1 now. Pillar awaits the pitch call. Here's the 0-1. Out in front of that one. Pillar took something off of that one, a lot off of that one. And way out in front of it is Schockman, and the Bombers down to their final strike. Pillar with the 0-2. And that is going to be strike 3. It will get Schockman looking for out number 3, and that is going to do it. No hits, no runs for the Bombers, no errors for the Tigers, and the Tigers are going to get the victory here, 2-0 in this ballgame. Well, why does that matter? Well, because now the Tigers are tied with the Bombers at the top of the conference at 11-2. So, a big win for the Tigers here of Rush City, and again, the conference championship looks a lot different. Both teams still have a chance at it. We'll see who winds up with the conference championship trophy towards the end of, well, I guess next week we'll find out the end of this week. So we're going to take a commercial break. Hear word from our fine sponsors. Then we'll be back to recap this one here on both KBK and WCMP.
Arrowhead Transit, your community, your ride. Arrowhead Transit is proud to support this station and bring you reliable public transportation in your community. Whether you need to get to work, school, or the doctor's office, our friendly drivers and comfortable buses are here to serve you. We're committed to connecting communities and making transportation accessible for everyone. Arrowhead Transit is your community partner in getting around. Arrowhead Transit is a supporting sponsor of the station and is dedicated to supporting our local communities.
At Burnett Dairy Cooperative, we're more than just your local dairy. We're also a trusted propane provider, serving homes, farms, and businesses across northwestern Wisconsin and east central Minnesota. Whether you need a tank installed or reliable delivery, we're here for you 365 days a year with flexible options that fit your needs. As a farmer-owned cooperative, we're committed to supporting our community because your home and farm deserve the best. Call 715-689-1032 to learn more. Burnett Dairy Propane, serving you with pride every day of the year.
Are you ready to get back to doing what you love? Whether it's recovering from an injury or preventing one, Wellia Health Sports Medicine Team is here to help. From kids to adults, we specialize in treating sports injuries, including concussions. We're here to get you back to peak performance. Call us today at 320-679-1313 or schedule an appointment through MyChart. Visit welliahealth.org.
Aurelius Manufacturing has been providing innovative solutions to customers since 1926. Specializing in the production of custom welded hydraulic cylinders for over 40 years, our focus is on providing value to customers through innovative problem solving, quality workmanship, and customer service. Our team works with your team to develop designs that provide the most value for your application. We leverage technology and craftsmanship, turning designs into finished products quickly and accurately. Aurelius Manufacturing is a proud sponsor of the Braham Bombers.
You gotta stop somewhere, so make it a stop into the Holiday Station store in Pine City and start saving. Thursday, May 22nd from 4 to 7 p.m., get 40 cents off per gallon of gas. Whoa, 40 cents per gallon savings? While you're there, grab Pringles 2 for $5, Jack Link's 2 for $11, Doritos are buy one get the second half off, and Gatorade 3 for $6. Better get into the Freeway Holiday Station store in Pine City and start saving.
Back here on both WCMP and KBEK, the Tigers get the win here over the Bombers, 2-0 on that Embrace Orthodontics scoreboard. The pitcher for the Bombers, Alex Rysdam, went all 7, of course, gave up 5 hits, 2 runs, no walks, and 4 strikeouts. On the other side, it was Kendall Pillar who went all 7, gave up 3 hits, no walks, and 14 strikeouts for Kendall Pillar. So of the 21 possible outs, she grabbed 14 of them. Literally 2/3 of the outs were Kendall Pillar striking out batters. And, you know, for Rush City, it hasn't been, again, the best of seasons. They haven't been as dominant as they were years past, and they've lost some games that they would like to get back, especially early in the season, to Aiken and Moose Lake Willow River. But you look at this team right now, and it seems like they're getting hot at the right time. And a lot of coaches will tell you, hey, you know, obviously we want to play well during the regular season, but if we're playing well towards the last week, 2 weeks of the season, and we can carry that into the playoffs, that is what we hope for more than anything, because then you're getting hot at the right time and you can just stay hot throughout the playoffs. So both these teams will start their playoffs next week. Keep you up to date on that. And a good way to stay up to date with that is on our morning shows over on Nice 95.5 with Adam Hefty in the morning at 7:30 and 8:30. Then over on 100.9 FM with Joshua Miron in the morning at 7:45 and 8:45. That's where you can catch us talking about our local sports updates, this game, all the other games in our local listening area, plus some regional and national sports as well. You can also tune in to our websites. You can go to either website, kbk.com, wcmpradio.com. Go to the sports tab and click on broadcast schedule. That will show you all the games that we have coming up for that week. It'll have the links there as well. So you can go there and find the links for that week of play, and we'll have the links right to the YouTube. And, of course, that is subject to change. Also on our websites, interviews with players and coaches, as well as articles from games that we have completed. Another way to stay tuned is our social medias. For both stations, our Facebook for both stations, Instagram for both stations, and our Twitter at WCMP Radio for all things local sports. Again, breaking sports news, articles, games that will be at that day, all those things and more on our social media. So be sure to like, follow, and subscribe. Do whatever you got to do to stay up to date with local sports. And, of course, it wouldn't be possible without you tuning in. I appreciate all of the fans who continue to tune in. Literally, you give me a job to do, so I am super appreciative of you tuning in. Because if nobody tunes in, I don't get to come out here and call these games, so I appreciate it. Also want to give a huge shout-out to all of our fine sponsors who sponsor not only this, but all the other broadcasts that we do in our local listening area, whether it be spring, fall, winter, summer sports. We appreciate them for hopping on for all sports that we do cover. Again, we won't be able to be out here without them. Also, remember to be kind to everyone. Never know what someone's going through, and your kindness could truly make their day, especially in Mental Health Awareness Month of May. We want to make sure we do that extra. We should be doing it extra just in general, but it costs nothing to be kind, and you'd be surprised at how little it takes to just make someone's day. So again, the final on that Embrace Orthodontics scoreboard, the Tigers get the victory over the Bombers, 2-0. Our co-players of the game are, of course, Kendall Pillar, the complete game and 14 strikeouts, and then Kaylin Glenna, who was 2 for 3 with a home run and came around to score a run, which wound up extending their lead to nothing. So, again, thanks to all of you for tuning in. Thanks to all the fine sponsors. And for both WCMP and Anthem Country and KBEK 95.5, I'm Ethan Game Day Gilman. Have a great rest of your night.